Come on.
But that's all right. It's me and you. We got a special kind of friendship.
I am not your friend.
Sure you are. Fishing buddy?
I know, right?
I love that clip, but why did you decide to open the movie shows with that? That's very cool.
Because I just love that clip.
Okay.
My buddy Marshall Dehooney, as I jokingly referred to him as in person, used to call. We saw that movie together, and he just started calling me his fishing buddy. And the funny part is, yeah, because he's an Oklahoma boy, and he'd say, "How you doing, fishing buddy?" And the other part that was funny is he didn't know my real name. He thought my name was Carl.
Carl.
And like he would ask my brother-in-law, Tracy's brother, like, "Hey man, how's Carl doing?" Like he would ignore it and go, "He fine." Finally one day, like this has been going on for like a year, and finally he turns to me and goes, "Who the fuck is Carl? Why do you keep asking about him?" You know, and here's how he says it: "Your brother-in-law, brother-in-law," and he
with
says,
a V.
"His name is Gary." He says, "What?" He goes, "His name is Gary." He goes, "I've been calling him Carl." He answers to it, and it's true, I did. I'm like, he doesn't know who the fuck I am.
Oh man, that's good.
Fun times. Let's see. I see Gambit was here first. So hi, Gambit. I see Snorty was in the house. No, Shirley beat Snorty in. Look at that.
What?
Yeah.
Say it ain't so.
Now, when I see that little pink hand, all I think was that little fucking soft silicone hand that came on a long rubber string, and you would throw it and smack people with it, or you'd stick it to things. Remember that?
No, I don't. Every time I see that, I think of a nurse throwing on the gloves. Scares me.
What's this?
Yeah, that snap. Who's next?
Right? Snap. Who's next?
Fact is, sometime around in the 1990s, there was another Robin Hood with Patrick Bergen, Irish actor, and he played a more realistic Robin Hood. It was a made-for-TV movie. I think the reason it went to TV was because there was no way it could compete with the Prince of Thieves. And the Prince of Thieves, it's got all kinds of weird problems. I mean, I like the film. I laugh at the film. But there are certain things that annoy the shit out of me with this
Well,
movie.
it's definitely check your brain at the door. Don't take it serious. That's for sure.
I didn't mind.
Don't expect a historical documentary. It's a fantasy action film.
Yes.
Well, that's the problem, is they turned it into a fantasy by adding black magic. But they also changed historical events that surrounded that period of time, which is when Prince John tried to take the throne, which is true, he did. And he got stopped at Lincoln by William Marshall, who historically was the real Robin Hood when it came to fighting Prince John and his French allies that were trying to help him become the king while Richard was away in Europe and the Middle East.
At least it wasn't Prince Albert.
You know, you can immediately tell that it's not historically accurate when behind the opening credits you see the Bayeux Tapestry the whole time. This movie has nothing to do with the Norman invasion. Zero. They just found it optically nice, I guess. And Gary would know that tapestry.
Okay. What I was going to say, of course, the Bayeux Tapestry took place many years before. And, 1066, as I recall, right?
Something like that,
It was it was almost, not quite, but near 100 years before.
1056, I think.
There was once Robin Hood parody in the 70s called When Things Were Rotten. Yeah. Yeah. Mel Brooks produced that.
Yeah.
And then later, Mel Brooks would make a movie, which was both borrowing from his own show and spoofing this movie, which led to my favorite joke in that movie, even though I'm not a fan of that film. Men in Tights, Robin Hood Men in Tights, whatever the fuck he named it was, Men in Tights.
Yeah, it's
and
Men in Tights.
I didn't like the film, but it did have one great joke is when Carrie Elways delivers the line, well, at least my Robin Hood is actually English. So that was a joke about this movie. Because in this movie, you had Christian Slater, or as I like to call him, Jack Nicholson Jr., playing Will Scarlet. This time around, Scarlet, for some reason, I guess is his name, which is weird, because Will Scarlet got the nickname because he wore a lot of scarlet red.
Well, they did that in this one. He was dressed in red.
Well, they didn't explain the name.
No, and I have never heard the
and he's been mentioned in many of the stories. He's been either first cousin or nephew, because in one film he was Robin's father's sister's son, so it would have been nephew, but they would have also called him cousin too. Who knew Robin Hood would go on to be a rancher and governor of Montana? Yeah. And then assassinated on the toilet.
Right? Assassinated in the John.
Famous lyrics. Don't tell me it's not worth fighting for. What, her vagina? Apparently.
Oh, come on.
Jesus Christ.
Come on.
By the way, they fucked with Costner on this one because the wardrobe department, they wanted to go for a more rugged look and not the classical green leggings and all that shit. But when he went to his wardrobe the first time, they had a pair of green leggings there. And for a second, he was like, what?
I'm not a big Bryan Adams fan, but I love the fucking love theme from this movie that he did. I thought it was great.
I hate it too.
Pope,
fantastic.
Pope, check your mail. I just send you an invite.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
I am not a fan of Bryan Adams at all.
I'm not. Yeah, Summer of '69, all that shit, you can keep it. But I love this one.
When I was in the Army, I suggested to my commanding officer that we go up the pipe and start a war to make Canada take him back. He's like, no, we're not going to do that. I said, are you sure, sir? Because he really is bad for morale.
Cuts Like a Knife is one of the most.
This movie.
God, I fucking hate his music. I really do. I don't like
this movie. Almost didn't have Alan Rickman in it because he declined twice, and then they gave him complete carte blanche with his character. He could do whatever he wanted, and that's when he said yes, okay.
Oh, so he was well.
So he's the one to blame.
There you go.
He played hard to get.
He always has been good at comedy. I like his style of comedy. Now, you talk about music there, Joe. Do you remember Band of Brothers?
Band of Brothers?
Yeah.
The HBO series?
Never heard of it.
Yeah.
I've seen it. Yeah.
What's
Do
it
you
about?
remember that episode that ends with the C-47s flying?
No, I don't remember every.
You should see
moment
that
of
scene
that show.
because in that scene, that the music of that scene is a sequence that is prevalent in this one.
Oh, okay.
I will tell you this: that the theme, the musical theme for Robin Hood, it became the theme for Morgan Creek. So when you see the Morgan Creek logo at the beginning of a movie, and you hear the theme, that's Robin Hood.
Wow, that's cool.
This sometimes happens where a song helps make a movie helps make a company.
Right? Who's it that does Bad Hat Harry? It's got the lineup from Usual Suspects. It's
that's that guy that got Me Too'd.
Is that Singer? Is that him? Yeah. That's what I thought. Yeah. But Bad
One
Hat
Bad
Harry.
Hat Harry.
That's from
Jaws.
Superman, right?
No,
No, that's Jaws.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
when-
it is in Jaws.
When the
isn't
guy
it?
goes,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
right.
That's one
You're
Bad
the
Hat
sheriff-
Harry.
You're
Yeah.
the sheriff that don't want to go in the water.
Right? Yeah.
He looks at him. He goes, "That's one bad hat, Harry."
Oh yeah.
Well, of course, Adam and I are both fans of that film. Sean Connery, Audrey Hepburn.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful film.
That was a good one.
My favorite is still the animated Disney one.
You know, we're getting
Oh,
another
that's
old
a
man
great one.
Robin movie here pretty quick with Hugh Jackman as him.
No.
Yep.
No.
No.
Seen the trailer?
no.
Fuck off. Not interested.
No, they can go fuck themselves.
You can do fantasy action flick with Robin Hood, but you cannot do his horror. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the
then
death
you
of
have
Robin Hood
That's Hammer.
is a little
By the son
cagey,
of
yeah.
Warban. Chris Jones shall be avenged.
And then you have the absolute abortion that was the one with Russell Crowe in it.
Well,
Yeah,
I will give you one thing about that film that
doesn't
I did
exist.
like. Hold on. God damn it. Fucking hold on. The one good thing about that film, the only good thing is it's the only Robin Hood film to mention the real guy who drove John back to France.
Yep.
William Marshall.
Okay.
And that's the only thing good about that film. They got their history all fucked up in that movie. They're trying to include events that don't happen then.
Yeah, they're trying to include like a battle from the 100 Years' War, which is like 300 years in the future.
Yeah, it's just fucking crazy. And I love Russell Crowe. And
He did a good job with the role. It was just everything else about the movie was terrible.
Okay.
and the lady that plays Marion, I've had a thing for her since I was younger.
That
back in the
explains
90s.
everything. No.
But I hated that movie too. I just fucking hate that movie.
There's a reason why it's way younger than any of the other Robin Hood movies, and it's on YouTube for free.
Yep. Nobody wants that fucking movie. Hey, Eclay's here. What's up, buddy? Well, there's a lot of fucking folklore mixed in, but I will tell you, the person who drove Prince John out of France to keep him, or out of England to keep him from trying to usurp the throne, was William Marshall. Or some refer to him, William the Marshal, because he was also the Marshal of England.
Before we begin,
you could also refer.
my bad, Pope. My bad. I'm sorry.
So you can also refer to him as the William Marshall, because all you have to do is mention his name, and any history nerd will know who the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah, I wrote an essay that was published in the Tower of London about him.
Nice.
I wrote like the history of William Marshall, who he was, what he did, and if not for him, there would have been no Runnymede with the Magna Carta. You shouldn't say it's Magna Carta.
Yeah.
But Magna Carta, he couldn't sign it. He was Marshal of England, so his son, who was also named John, signed for him, or was named after his dad, John, who was a piece of shit, by the way. His dad, William Marshall's dad, real fucking asshole.
Although when you look at his story, like he is one of those characters that like this is the main character of his time period, and everyone else around it better recognize it.
Well, when he died, more people went to his fucking funeral service than went to any of the king's funerals ceremonies. They had more people show up in the streets for the parade. You know, William Marshall is one of the most beloved men of his time. He stood up against the crown and he stood for the crown, both. And he was a badass. He was a fucking
And people think that's a
badass.
contradiction, but you can stand for the position of the crown and stand against the king.
Well, he stood for Magna Carta, but he could not sign it because he was Marshal. And so therefore he stood with the king while his son signed for him. But the fact is, he was part of the building of Magna Carta.
Yes. And like he very much realized it needed to happen, but couldn't sign it because of the position he was in.
Yeah.
Yep.
Conflict of interest.
But what's funny is like with John called him a traitor and a coward. And he
that didn't
showed
go
up in
well.
no, it didn't. He showed up in the throne room and threw down his gauntlet in front of the king. And he says, I demand satisfaction.
And with a man like him, you know he's not fucking around and doing it for his own honor.
John was a very unhealthy guy. Okay. He really was. He was a scrawny, unhealthy man. And he, of course, couldn't do it. He's King of England. And William then says, you have, a plethora of knights around you. Is there no one in here who will stand for the king?
And all of the reputation just went.
Nobody would pick it. Nope, nobody would pick it up.
I'm not fucking with that.
So he stepped up, he grabbed his gauntlet, and he basically said, honor restored. And he walked out.
Basically, you all know what time it is. Now shut your mouth.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. People don't realize when they, because like the average height at that period was anywhere between 5'4" and 5'8". Okay. Do you know how tall William Marshall was?
Wasn't he like 6'1"?
No. He was exactly 1 inch shorter than me. He was 6'2",
Jesus,
which was unheard of.
Size in the medieval period.
When he was a teen, when he was a squire, they called him Sir Wastemeat. And everybody would just mock him openly. And but when it finally came time for combat, he was unbeaten in armed combat, undefeated in the tournaments or tourneys as they called them. In fact, he was one of the single biggest winners of the tournaments of that period.
And his physical size had something to do with that, because when you're fighting with a sword, when we're fighting with a sword, reach is everything, and you've got an extra 6 inches of reach on the end of your blade without having a bigger, heavier sword.
Why did you mention 6 inches? Why is that important?
Well, because you can hit him, and he can't hit you.
Oh my God!
9 inches, my friend.
You have to make everything about you, don't you?
But William was just a badass. He was. He ended up teaming up with a German knight the second time he went through the tournament circuit, and they just wiped everybody out. They either defeated them on the field or took them for ransom, and it's just unfucking believable. He went into combat at the age of 16 and helped liberate a village from some brigands, and but he learned a powerful lesson in his first battle too. He, 16-year-old kid goes into fight, man. He thinks that's all it is. Doesn't know that you're supposed to get some spoils.
Mm-hmm.
And so that night, the Lord of Tankerville, he decided to embarrass William, even though he was really loved what he did that day. And but he wanted to remind him it's important to get something. He says, William, do you not have a gift for me today? Everyone has brought forth all these gifts for me today from their victories. Did I not see at least 16 men at the end of your sword today? And he's like, yes, my lord. But as you know, I broke my lance and my horse was killed. And all I have to my name is my sword and a dagger and my belt and spurs, and he shamed him. The Lord of Tankerville shamed him at that dinner and then told him he needed to leave. But in order to leave, he had to sell everything he owned for a donkey so he could get out of there. And then when he got to where he was going, he sold the donkey to get a sword and some cheap ass fucking armor and went into his first tournament, won the day, again, 16 years old, won the fucking day at the tournament. And when the judges came looking for him, they were finally told he's in the blacksmith court. So they go all the way over to the smithy and they find him with his head on an anvil because he'd been hit in the helmet so many times. He had a bucket helmet. He'd been hit in the head so many times that the armor had gone into his skull.
Oh, shit.
And they were trying to get the rivets out so they could get the helmet off without killing him.
Yep.
Crazy stories.
That's gonna
and that's
hurt.
the insane part is at 16 he won attorney because at 16 most men are just dead meat in combat. Like they don't have the experience. And you're up against guys who've been doing this professionally for 15 years.
Yeah. And so William Marshall is the real life Robin of Locksley. And it's always bugged me that he's always thrown out. But they finally put him in the Robin Hood film with what's his name from Australia?
Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe.
See, at least I'm not the only one
that made me happy
today.
Yeah, he's a bureaucrat. Robin Hood is a bureaucrat. So yeah. The fact is, some of the people really did historically exist around Robin Hood, and there's a lot of rumors of whether he exists or not. But I can tell you, he was not what you see in films. This is the Bayeux Tapestry right here. It's like from almost 100 years earlier. And I do believe it was 1066. The battle at the battle
of Hastings. Yes, that is 1066. Hastings.
In fact, just 2 weeks before, they had the Battle of Stamford Bridge, where they killed the last king of what do you call it? The Vikings.
You had the Normans who were invading from the south at Hastings, and they won that battle. And then 2 weeks later, they actually had to march all the way up north toward York. And then Stamford Bridge happened 2 weeks later.
No. I'm going to correct you on this. I worked on the script as well as the book. That battle, and I had to correct even the author on that. The battle at the bridge took place 2 weeks prior to Hastings because he dies.
Well,
Harold dies at Hastings,
not the English.
The Normans were down south.
Yes, they were.
That's Hastings. But 2 weeks prior to that, they had fought the battle at the bridge where they went up against the Vikings, and they had one of the what do you call them? The Ragers. What do they call them? The Viking Ragers that went into battle.
Berserkers.
Berserkers. Yeah.
Berserker. They had to fight a berserker there, and Harold Hardrada was the last king. The last king, and he died there. Ironically, from an arrow in the fucking eye.
And that's the exact same way Edward died at Hastings. That was the funny part about the battle at Hastings, because it didn't matter who won the battle because Edward died. So
it's not Edward, it's Harold. It's Harold. And Philip, I think Philip of France. And
it was William the Conqueror of Normandy, Edward or King Edward of England, and Harold Hardrada of Norway were the three claimants to the throne. And I believe Hardrada was dead by that point, and Edward was the other claimant. So at Hastings, when he was killed, pretty much no matter how the battle turned out, William of Normandy was the King of England. But he won anyway, so it didn't end up mattering much. Is that what that actually means, Shirley? That's awesome.
The Bayeux Tapestry.
Yes, nice. And in fact, he had broken rules with William.
Yes.
Yeah, Harold Godwinson. Thank you.
That's
who I was.
Harold II. You mean Harold Godwinson?
Yeah,
because there were two heralds, and there were two heralds involved.
Yes,
that's what I just said. I was saying that, and you were correcting me. I'm like, no, Harold Hardrada was the Viking king, and Harold Godwinson was the king of England.
Yeah, Harold II, but his son or his nephew Edward was the one who was claiming the throne, and that was who William defeated at Hastings and killed.
Gary.
I thought he died before that, and that was the reason for the invasion. Okay.
Snort is demanding an answer from you, Gary.
Errol Flynn's Robin Hood was not historically accurate.
It's actually probably better than half the ones that have come out since.
I love that movie. It's a lot of fun, but they got the wrong swords.
Just seeing someone from the 11th century fighting with a rapier is kind of interesting.
Yeah, well, they designed them to look like the handles are right.
Yeah,
but the blade is all wrong. I used to be an adventurer until I took an arrow to the eye. When I drew the graphic novel, I intentionally showed both heralds getting hit the same way in the book to show you, make sure it's stuck in your head like the arrow did to him. And that the image of both kings dead within 2 weeks of each other. And there are those who say that he was the last true English king, but I don't think he was even English. They're either French or they're fucking German. And currently the bloodline in England is German. Ethel Merman. It's Ethel Merman's crown. Harold II's brother was Gareth Godwinson. Yep. Ladies preferred him.
It was because the girth.
He is playing a Moor. He's Moorish. The Bayeux Tapestry may have been commissioned, and what's even worse, though, I just want to point this out, that Harold Godwinson's body was not treated very respectfully. After his death, things were done to him that I think was wrong.
That was unfortunately fairly common for a defeated king back then.
And it's just wrong to do that. It's the same thing that happened to Richard III.
Yep. And long before him.
Finally, they found him. So now he's been properly buried.
And unfortunately, long before him, Leonidas of Sparta. The Persians did not treat his corpse well. It's like that. Unfortunately, that was a common thing back then to show disrespect to an enemy, was to desecrate the bodies that had fallen. And it wasn't right, and it's still not right.
I did not like that movie. Gambit.
Yeah, that one was it.
That was a big fucking historical blah. More naturally not an Arab. Hollywood has no idea what North Africans look like.
Hey, I'm
and what's funny is
to be complaining about Morgan Freeman, whatever he's playing. He's that good.
After this movie, they added that character into the comedy, and then he has still managed to appear in some of the other films that have been made about Robin Hood. And it's like, it's just so weird the way they did that. By the way, that giant tree that they walked by in this film is the one that teenager and the two men destroyed part of that fence. This is ancient. But the good news is the adults went to prison. The youth was found to have not been guilty. But I believe he actually is the one that was involved, and the dad took the blame for him and went to prison.
Which, I mean, at a certain point, that's good on you, Dad. Take the hit for your son.
Yeah, but he's a piece of shit for doing that. All of them.
Absolutely. And should be held accountable, but I can't blame
what they've done is they're trying to regrow the tree from some of its parts that were left. And there is some sprouting going on there. And they did repair the wall.
Excellent. I mean, obviously, it's not going to replace a tree that's hundreds of years old, but...
No, but that's Hadrian's Wall. You have to repair that as good as you can.
Yes.
And I mean, by repair, fix the cracks so water doesn't get in it in winter and just makes it explode. That's easy.
Yeah, I mean, that wall's been there since what, the 200s?
Oh, forever.
Yeah, the word ancient actually means something with the age of that thing.
So it's been there pretty much as long as Rome has been in Britain.
Yeah, that's right. The Joan of Arc movie did have a great siege battle. Oh, and the thing that bugged me about it though is the lack of artillery in it.
Right.
They still act like it was early Middle Ages.
Like
You know,
some of the key, like one of the key parts of any medieval siege.
Yeah. It's like
where's the trebuchet? I want to see a goddamn trebuchet.
You're talking about
It's even older, Pope. 122.
Oh, 122.
I like The Messenger. I thought that was a cool movie.
Yeah.
I did. Well, I'm a Mia Jovovich fan, though. I mean, you know, I can't help
Welcome to the club.
I think she's awesome. So I've watched just about everything she's ever done.
I always said when she was younger, they should have done a biopic about Bogart's widow because she looks so much like her.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, Lauren Bacall. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can see it.
She's a classic beauty, man. No doubt.
Yes, Nordy. All Moors have a posh British accent.
That's not British. That's Scottish.
That's part of the
Please,
show.
they have a hairpiece.
Exactly.
Yeah, I wrote a comedy.
Who was the actor that was in
comedy routine based on the fact that characters that Sean Connery's played all sound Scottish, and his answer to each one, you know, including playing the part of Sheikh Fazuli in Wind and the Lion, he's like, I don't understand exactly, but what exactly made you Arab? And he goes, well, I wore a turban.
Right.
That made me an Arab, you know, and the hairpiece made him look Russian for that movie. And finally, at the end of it, the comedy routine ended. This little comedy routine I was involved with, I wrote the whole thing. And at the end, they said, well, Mr. Connery, I hear you're working with your friend Michael Caine again on a new movie. What is that? He goes, it's Malcolm XII. And the interviewer goes, that's 12. Goes, oh, yes, it is. He goes, it's the sequel to Malcolm X. Well, what role are you playing and is Michael Caine playing? He goes, well, I'm going to be playing Martin Luther King. Well, he'll be playing Malcolm X. And he goes, you're going to be Martin Luther King? Yes, I am. He goes, how can you be, you're white? And he goes, well, I'll be wearing a hairpiece. All of that, this long joke just to get to that punchline. I love shit like that. Go through a whole story. Got to be sure to keep the Scots out. Oh, God.
That was the point of Hadrian's Wall. Yeah.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Fuck it.
We're 70s when you need it.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, man, that fucking movie was great. The Wind and the Lion. It was nothing like that in so many ways. They got it so historically wrong. But John Milius made it such a sweeping, epic movie that I just didn't even care about the fucked up history that he showed. Because first of all, he got Teddy Roosevelt right.
Mm-hmm.
And in Joan of Arc, the character goes through some weird-ass transformation. Well, they kind of make her sound like she was insane in the movie. Like it really was.
She hears voices and shit. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's like, I fucking hated that, man. It's so insulting.
Right? It's like you take a character who's famous for her ultimate faith that led her to her death to free
and make her look crazy.
Make her look like
that's very Hollywood, isn't it? You know?
Yeah. Just deconstruct that character rather than just take her at face value.
It does sound like schizophrenia, though. The voices she uses.
To a modern psychologist back then, it's just, no, she's a believer.
Back then, that's
because then it's really not even important whether she was or wasn't. What's important
is what she accomplished,
what she achieved because of her faith, and she fucking did it. She got everybody what they wanted, and what did they do? They repaid her by murdering her.
Yep. Just goes to show you never trust the
French. Is Emmanuel or Regis here?
I haven't seen him yet.
Look, man, Brian Keith was one of my favorite actors growing up, and he nailed Teddy Roosevelt. I don't mean he had sex with him. I mean he nailed the part of playing.
My favorite part he played was Sally Field's dad in Hooper, the old stunt man. He's fucking awesome in that movie. He's great. Of course, he was an old man when he made that movie. So
we were more doodly back then. A lot of finger painting. There's a scene where the sheriff is dressed in white cloak and is wearing a mask. Yeah, that scene is so goofy because he takes the mask off the minute that he comes out. It's like, well, why'd you wear the mask in the first fucking place? Why'd you bother if you're going to just take it off? Hears voices at the top of her head and becomes paranoid. Sander Hammerschlag. What's up, Sander? And Slasher 2. There's a scene with the sheriff. Yeah, that scene just always, there's a lot of little things that annoy me in this film. That there is no Prince John involved in this story, which it's always been part of the story.
Well, because that's who was putting the Sheriff of Nottingham up to it.
Yep.
But in this story, it's just, no, the Sheriff of Nottingham is just a douche for no apparent reason.
His mother is a witch. And you find out later, he finds out too, that she's his mother, the witch.
Yeah.
I knew it all along.
There you go, Alpha. Brian Keith was a tail gunner. Seems up Gary's alley. Yeah, baby.
What's up?
Well, it's one of my favorite depictions of the Marines in any film. It's like my absolute favorite scene with Marines. When they're marching, then they begin doing quick step.
Yeah.
And they fix bayonets. And they shoot the guys at the door of the palace on the steps, and then fucking roar going into that fucking palace and just start killing people. And I'm like,
this is funny as hell when he's looking at the periscope. That's hilarious.
Oh yeah, he doesn't know how it works, and he thinks that Gisborne's right in front of him, so he pulls his sword out.
He's like, that's really cool.
And then he asks, how do you guys even find Jerusalem? And that's the question. I love that scene. It's so funny.
Well, he does say something wrong that that the whole thing about the Crusades was about the spreading of the Christian religion. It's like, it's not really how it started. If it became that, I blame the Dominicans, but because they were just rotten fucking people. And it's because of the Dominicans we got the Spanish Inquisition.
No one is prepared for the Spanish Inquisition.
Hey, that was great. Both of you talking at the same time.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I don't know what either of you said. No idea.
Just to be clear, we're talking about the Holy Order of the Dominicans, not the country.
Not the country. And what did you say, Joe? Because we couldn't understand you. Joe,
I think he had to get away.
Oh, my horse.
I'm pretty sure he just said nobody ever expects the Spanish Inquisition from the pieces.
Oh, okay, yeah, Monty Python. But actually, one of my favorite lines in the movie The Exorcist is when he's asking, "Do you think it's possible that that there was a priest there was and he's just hassling Father Karras, Damien Karras, Lieutenant Kinderman. Kinderman says, I'll tell you what, why don't you go bug the Dominicans? They like this kind of stuff. It's like, oh my God, dealing with the exorcisms and shit. That was great. Because what the English accent that is, because Carrie always mocked Kevin in Men in Tights. Technically, it was the writer, more Mel Brooks, where he boasts in front of the camera, unlike other Robin Hoods, I have a real English accent. But yeah, I brought that up earlier, Gambit.
I've always loved that about Carrie Elwes. He's always had a great sense of humor about things.
Well, what's really funny about Carrie is not Carrie himself, but something that a friend of mine said, and it wasn't that long ago. I think it was like 3 years ago. Well, Carrie Elwes, he's an American actor, does a really good British accent. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? He goes, he did a really good English accent. He's fucking English. No, he's not. He's from California. No, he is not from California. He is from England. And he went and looked it up and he goes, oh my God, you're right. I went, no shit. Like, no, he's not fucking American. Well, he does live here.
It's like when people hear Hugh Laurie talk from House and they think he's an American. It's like, no. He just does a very convincing American accent.
In fact, after I saw House, I went back and looked at some old Blackadder, and I'm like, oh, fucking shit. He's
like, how is that the same guy?
Because I forgot who he was. I didn't realize that's who he was, the guy from Blackadder.
The one that surprised me was Damian Lewis, because, I first really got introduced to him as, Dick Winters.
Yes.
And then you see him talk, and he's got a very thick English accent. It's like, wait a minute. This doesn't jive with my memory.
Yeah, he was also in another little film, a crappy movie, but he was good in it, called The Dreamcatcher.
Oh, yes.
Where he does the American accent, too. And he does an English accent. So in the movie, when he's the alien that's trying to take him over, he has an English accent.
So what's the filmmaker trying to say? The British people are aliens?
Or that English people are bad guys. They're always bad guys.
Well, that's been a trope in Hollywood for years, that the bad guy always has to have an English accent.
Yeah, Romans are always English. I vaguely remember the BTS of this, where they talk about training for an accent, and Little John's wife, actress, repeats a phrase like, better not butter, or something else like that. Yeah, and again, some of your major casts in this film aren't even fucking from Britain. They're Americans. Morgan Freeman playing a Moor. Kevin Costner and Christian Slater, or as I like to call him, Jack Nicholson Jr., playing English. Elizabeth Mary Mastrantonio playing English. She's American. Mm-hmm. The only true, real English actors in this are either bit parts or the villain.
Although you can't argue against Alan Rickman in any role he's in. The man's just.
But I do believe that he's the one who pushed the envelope with the character, and it annoyed me.
Yeah, fair. Then again, you don't know how much of that's the writing too. Of just, you don't know what the actual original script looked like and what he's trying to do with it.
Well, as Anima explained earlier, he only took the role because he had free reign to do what he wanted with the character. Okay. So I believe a lot of the comedy that was with his character was his idea. And it bugs me because, like, the scene where he's trying to rape Marion after their supposed nuptial, when he takes his feet, puts them between her feet and pushes her legs out, was a gag too far for me. And I got so, watching this in the theater, I remember getting irritated with the film when it did that. I'm like, that's not funny. In Spartacus, all the Romans were played by English actors and the slaves were played by Americans. No wonder Americans try to master accents that they don't own. The nobles would have spoken Norman French. Yeah, I know. When you see that guy writing like common English on his little board to show the sheriff, like how is your how's it's HOW''S your, and then I'm like, yeah, they would not be speaking that form of English back then.
Yeah, I mean, even the commoners would be speaking Middle English or probably even Old English at that point. And
there'd be a lot of French in there. Yeah, there'd be a lot of French. The nobles would have spoken Norman French, and the commoners early Middle English. Even Chaucer's Canterbury Tales is a more recent version of English.
Yeah, because he was writing in like the 1200s. So he would have been close to this, but later.
Oh yeah, Robin Hood would have been much younger, no question about it.
But Chaucer's probably the closest thing you'll find in writing to this. Because people forget too, a lot of these stories were not written down for hundreds of years after they happened.
I do like this location where they filmed at the castle and everything. Nice.
Yeah, those scenes are great.
Well, this is what happened, and this is just my fan theory, that as he was falling off the Nakatomi Tower, this was his fever dream.
You know, it's not the worst theory I've heard. I could deal with that.
In fact, the main chapel scene kind of reminded me a little bit of the church from the Rutger Hauer movie, Lady Hawk.
Yeah.
I know it's not, because that was actually shot over in Italy. This, I believe, was shot in predominantly in England. I don't know if they shot anything outside of England.
The Romans implemented their style everywhere.
That is true.
I like the Ivanhoe stories. The Canterbury Tales are almost 200 years after this, so the language is yet more changed. Yeah, the evolution of the English language.
Not just
and when you look at the English language, is so bastardized because it's got so much German, Latin, which of course French comes from Latin too, but in particular French in our language.
And then you have Danish smashed in there for no apparent reason.
The cursed Danes.
Yep.
They have common roots. Look up the language tree of Europe. And then be amazed at Finnish and Hungarian because they point to China.
Really? Yeah,
any European languages. It's so fucking weird.
Well, it's sort of like when Dad was moderately teaching me German, that I had a fundamental understanding of structure, even though some of it's like Yoda, where they say things all backwards in German. Like instead of asking you to open a door, they ask you to make the door open.
Yeah.
You know, shit like that. Make the window open. Still, there's some common phrases. Like I remember asking for a cup of coffee. Eine Tasse Kaffee is what he taught me. And I'm like, well, that makes sense. 1 cup of coffee. I get it. The sheriff's horse. Anthony Andrews portrayed the central figure in the 1982 TV movie. I don't remember the 82 movie. Why am I not remembering that?
Maybe because it's a TV movie? But you seem to be up on those.
No, I tend to be up on those. So I'm like, when did I miss something like this? Ivanhoe is a British television film directed by Doug Camfield, based on Sir Walter Scott's 1819 novel of the same name. It premiered on CBS in the United States on the 23rd of February, 82. So you had Anthony Edros as Ivanhoe, Sam Neill as Sir Gilbert, Olivia Hussey. Oh, Olivia Hussey. I love her. Olivia Hussey as Rebecca of York. I don't know who that is. James Mason is Isaac of York.
James Mason.
Julian Glover as King Richard I. The Coeur de Lion. And I don't know any of these other names. But I know those names. Okay. I'm going to have to find this. I don't know if I ever saw this. And if you don't know this, the guy that played Ivanhoe in that, Anthony Andrews, he is the father of the daughter or the girl in young Sherlock Holmes that Sherlock is in love with, who grew up to be part of the LGBTQ community. What's this? The black and white Ivanhoe was on TV the other day. Huh. What an interesting cast. Yeah, I'm looking at photos from it, but I'm also now going to start looking at pictures from the Scarlet Pimpernel that had some of the same cast in it. I don't think I've ever seen that version. I prefer the older films of the Scarlet Pimpernel.
In a lot of ways, like, you know, the older adaptations, they were much more faithful to the original because they still had respect for it. They weren't trying to make a point by deconstructing it.
Deconstructing it and making it into some political statement, right? It was, as I recall, pretty good adaptation. The 52 Ivanhoe with Robert Taylor, George Sanders. Do you know what George Sanders' last words were?
No.
He wrote a note. And in the note, he refers to the world as a cesspool and tells everyone who lives beyond him, you are welcome to it. I always believe that he got so depressed after his brother's death, Tom Conway. And it was his younger brother, too. His younger brother died before him, and it really bothered him.
Understandable.
Yeah, the Blackadder version, right. Another thing that annoyed me in this film is when Scarlett says, well, fuck me, he did it.
That was ad-lib, by the way. And the director liked it so much that they kept it.
I fucking hated it.
That escaped him in the moment. I hated the stunt more than that, to be honest. That was stupid.
Oh, the stunt's crazy. Like, they perfectly land right into a hay bale on a back of a wagon. Like, come on.
Mm-hmm.
I do like some of the cool shit that Costner does with his arrows when he fires them. Like when he's going to split two arrows to hit two guys, he rips the feather guide off of one of them.
Yeah.
And I thought, that's really fucking cool. Yeah, I understood about 80. I could understand about 70% of that before you translated it. Is Venkman here? Venkman's girl here? I didn't see her.
Yes, she is.
There we go. Or modernizing. I see what you said. Okay, there we go. I do like those old helmets.
Yeah, and that's period accurate too. Most people would, or most common soldiers would be wearing something similar to that.
With that nose guard on it.
Yep.
For the movie, Morgan Freeman appeared in the Academy Award winning movie Driving Miss Daisy. My favorite version of that was the porn parody.
Oh boy.
Of course, they stuck to the original material. Modern adaptations can't even do that to save their precious necks. Yeah. Another American playing an Englishman in this. He's trying to play somebody probably from Cornwall, because he's got that Cornish accent that's not very good. But he's an American stand-up comedian and actor, best known to American audiences for having been on the original crew of Whose Line Is It Anyway? Back when it was in Britain.
Yep.
Oh,
I miss that show.
So great.
Yeah, the newer version, not very good.
No. But the English version and the one with oh God, what's his name? Mr. Price is Right.
Drew Carey?
Drew Carey.
Yeah. The one with Drew Carey.
I enjoyed it when he was in charge.
Yes,
yeah.
Very much so.
He was an actual funny guy. Also former Marine, by the way.
Yep.
I think he was a comm guy.
What was one of his jokes he did on Carson when he first made his appearance? I was voted in my high school yearbook most likely to look the same when I hit 40.
He's lost so much weight now, though.
Oh, it looked kind of weird at first.
Yeah, it did. Yeah. It looked like he was unhealthy, but really, I mean, John Goodman went through the same thing. Almost looked ill, but he looks good now. But yeah, when he first did it, it was like, oh my God, what's wrong with him?
Now, there is a young actor. He was actually in his 40s, I think, by the time he did this. That a lot of people my age will recognize because he was on a little TV show called HR Puffin Stuff.
HR Puffin Stuff.
Yeah, he plays a very small role in this movie. And his name is Jack Wilde. And the two things someone my age would remember him for is HR Puffin Stuff and the musical film Oliver, because he played the part of what's his name? Artful Dodger.
Yeah, the Artful Dodger. He was him. Yeah. You're talking about the main kid on HR Puffin Stuff, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Jack Wilde.
At the beginning of it, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And Jack Wilde had just a horrible life. He became a drug addict and an alcoholic. It killed him eventually. But what sucks is he did this movie, and this was the last role he had where he was playing an actual character. You'll see he did like 4 other projects after this, They were all to make sure he didn't lose his insurance. That's all they were for as an actor, that he maintained his insurance. They were like little bit parts, walk-ons, and he was able to keep his insurance. And he died in 05 or 06, I think. 06, at just 53 years of age. The last work he did
was in 05.
Was what? What?
The last job he had was in 05. His last credit on IMDb.
Yeah, the last credit he had, and these were walk-on parts. They weren't even like in one. He plays a peddler. It's a background character, and he was a person walking by in a reenactment for Unsolved Mysteries.
Yep,
just telling you, man. And he fucking died in abject poverty, body riddled from years of abuse. I mean, in later years, not from the beginning, because they had given him a promise for full creative control. Wait, what are we talking about here? Wait, what do we? I got to get caught up with the chat here. Basil Polidoris, great composer, by the way, from right here in Missouri.
That is the question that he's answering. Why his career became such a mess. I guess that's the only thing that makes sense.
I'm trying to see what this one is. What's this one about? Anybody? Where she's asking Drew was in the Marines, wasn't he? Drew who?
Yes, he was. Drew Carey.
Drew Carey.
Oh, yeah, Drew was a Marine. Yep, he was a jarhead. In fact, he was the only Marine to actually have a head that looked like it was made from a mason jar.
Right.
True.
Let's see. Why did Costner's career become such a mess? Fucking great. The fact is, hubris was part of the problem. This happens to a lot of people. Stallone. It happened to Costner too. He's become more grounded now. Perhaps Hollywood neglected Kevin's potential, Sander. That's possible, but the fact is they took advantage of him when they could.
And also a lot of these actors do get a big head about them and need a reality check every now and again.
Yep.
Because, like, especially when you look at Kevin Costner, in the span of like 5 years, he was in like 10 absolute blockbuster movies, and he was like the new it guy for Hollywood, and that went to his head a little. Like you say, same thing with Stallone.
Yeah, Stallone said not that long ago in an interview that he would like to go back in time and kick his own ass.
Yep. And if I'm not mistaken, Stallone would say the same thing today. We're absolutely correct.
By the way, another thing I liked about this film, when Sean Connery comes riding up, those soldiers that are to his left and right, you know what those were?
What?
No.
They were Templars.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on, wait, is this? The Crusades, 1935 by Cecil B. DeMille, tells the story of King Richard and his plans to make a full-on marching tour with his trusted soldiers. I've seen it, Ten Commandments. Okay. Waterworld. I liked The Postman. I liked it a lot. I love Waterworld, but I especially love the Ulysses cut of the film. I think it's far better than it gets credit for. I think the thing with Costner is he got overly ambitious with what he was doing. And it hurt him. But I like the movie The Postman a lot. It's an apocalyptic Western.
Yeah. And that was unique at the time. I mean, it's become cliche now, but that's only because of decades of people trying to copy it.
Yep.
But like at the time, there was nothing similar to that, other than like maybe A Boy and His Dog and a couple other ones. Which, for those of you Fallout fans out there, if you haven't seen that movie, go see it. That's where the inspiration came from for Fallout.
By the way, Sly would kick his own ass better than Jim Carrey did.
Yeah. Although I'd argue these days that Jim Carrey is the one that needs a reality check. He said some stuff lately that's insane.
He's mental. He's just mental. He's mental.
Yeah.
I feel bad for him. He's got stuff wrong with him, and nobody's there telling him to stop.
That's the problem with a lot of these guys is there's no one around them telling them what they need to hear.
Boom, Alpha, right there.
Yep.
Someone told me that movie's as good as Tombstone. I went, no, it is not.
It's like you can like it as much as you want, but it is not as good as Tombstone.
Oh, and this is when he compliments Morgan Freeman's character again of Thieves. Now, what would have made this funny is after Friar Tuck says that, then calls him a racist name. That would have been funny.
Well, they're calling him the painted man. That's kind of wrong too.
Well, it's because he's got stuff on his face. The marking. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure they mean the skin color too, because people are pretty white up there at that time.
No. They're talking about the tattoos on his face, the painted face. Wyatt Earp, 1994. Nope, can't stand it. It was a mock heroic cesspool and didn't exactly satisfy Costner's aspirations. And what really sucks is Dennis Quaid did an amazing job as Doc Holliday, but fucking Val Kilmer is all anybody's ever going to remember.
Well, because when you do that well in a role, like you just become the new, like the gold standard for that role. It's like when Heath Ledger played the Joker. It's like, okay, everybody else now has to live up to this.
Yeah. The other problem I have with Wyatt Earp, and this is something that he likes to do too fucking much. He likes to play torn characters that are torn by what they do. And I'm sorry, man, history is not filled with men who are torn.
No.
And they were absolutely certain about what they were going to do, did what they were going to do, and went to bed that night just fine and slept. And that's Wyatt Earp, man, through and through. If you look at that character, it's through history, the real fucking guy did a lot of things. Some things were criminal, some things were heroic. And that makes him one of the most realistic kind of characters.
Yep.
I had to go get some coffee. I was dying over here, guys. It's been a long day for me already. Oh, sorry about that.
You're not even halfway through it yet.
You're right. I still got another show to do after this.
Yeah, one of the films of his I didn't like. And I love baseball movies. I did not like that movie. So let me get this straight.
For the Love of the Game? Really? Wow.
Let me get this straight. Your character is going to play a game where he wants and has dreamt of playing a perfect game, right? And then you actually have that happen. Well, how is that good storytelling?
Well, every baseball pitcher dreams of having a perfect game.
I know that, but the story is not in having it happen. It's in trying to achieve it. And what happens to you as a character when you come to that point where, what if it's not going to happen? Are you going to lose it? That's part of storytelling where you do something like that. That movie is pitcher says he's going to pitch a perfect game. What does he do? He pitches a perfect game. Great. Ending. Bye. Fucking, I hated the writing in that. I really did. Costner is a good actor and Sam Raimi is a good director, but the fucking writing in that was terrible. You know, it's like people got to remember there's an important device in telling a good story. It's called irony. In fact, you're not a good storyteller if you don't know irony. Dennis Quaid perhaps did a good job with Doc Holliday, but for my money, no, there's no question about it, Gambit. Val Kilmer outshone him.
I was fixing to say.
The thing that sucked is that Dennis Quaid fucking played a great role, but a movie that came out, before fucking ruined it for him. That's all that people could see is Doc Holliday is fucking Val Kilmer, not poor Dennis.
Yeah, once the role's played that perfectly, it's hard to follow. It's hard to fill those shoes. It just is.
Yep. And it sucks when you get films like that are so close together. They did the same thing with Deep Impact and Armageddon.
Yeah.
You know, where one stole the fucking gas from the other one.
Yeah, because everybody remembers Armageddon and nobody remembers.
And when you look at it too, like there's it's like two studios both saw the same market for the similar movie, but one got there first.
Yep. And the irony of that one is Deep Impact to me is the better story.
Oh, it is.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I mean, Armageddon is a cartoon, basically. Really. I mean, the science of it probably would never work.
The what?
Yeah. So,
science.
I tell you what irony is, though, man. How about when the China Syndrome came out and nobody was going to see it, and then all of a sudden 3 Mile Island happened and it went through the roof at the box office.
Yep.
And that's irony right there.
Well, the funny part was the China Syndrome was nothing but anti-nuclear propaganda.
Oh yeah, it is, no doubt.
And people equate 3 Mile Island with that, but what happened in the China Syndrome is 10 times worse than.
Yes, absolutely.
I mean,
because it had a full meltdown.
Yeah, I was actually watching a video not too long ago because they're reopening Unit 1 at TMI. And the guy was standing across the river from Unit 2, the one that melted down, with a Geiger counter, completely background radiation, nothing over. It's just like completely safe. But people think it's like the end of the world happened over there. It's like, no, pretty much nothing happened. Not a single death. Nobody got cancer. It was fine.
Yeah, No Way Out is a great movie. I love that fucking movie.
Yes, it is.
Give me a second, guys. I have to do this.
By what name are you known?
There are some who call me Tim.
And one of the best actors in No Way Out is in Armageddon too. What the hell is that guy's name?
Buscemi?
Psycho assistant to Gene Hackman.
Buscemi.
No, it's Kevin Costner's buddy. Fuck, what is his name? He was the villain in The Postman.
The Postman. He's awesome. Yeah. Will Patton. That's his name.
Will Patton.
He was the guy in the Punisher movie with John Travolta that was his right-hand man, too. That ended up being gay, remember?
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or he set him up to be gay or something. No.
He
was gay.
No, he was gay. He was in love. He was in love with Gene Hackman's character. Mm-hmm. And he's like, I did this for you. All for you. And then he pulls the trigger on himself.
Yeah. No, I was talking about in the Punisher. I think
Punisher. He was gay.
Yeah.
The Punisher made Travolta think that he was having an affair with his wife.
With his wife.
Well, that's what the
irony of that.
Was gay. And say, oh fuck, I killed my friend.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, he's a good actor. I love that guy. And it's funny you mentioned The Postman, man. Just another Kevin Costner movie. A lot of people give that movie a lot of hate. I dig that flick.
I love that movie.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And I've been to that giant hole in the ground that's down in southern Arizona. And I've been down there. It's a turquoise. What do you call it? Mining.
Mine.
Yeah.
You heard it here, folks. First, folks. Jerry visits giant holes.
Yep.
Adorned with turquoise. Yeah.
But I barely went in, so I only gave it the tip. The Untouchables, other people can bash it. I don't know who bashes it. I don't know anybody personally that didn't like that movie.
Dude.
Great film.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
Movie's full of shit, but I don't care.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
Ragnity, did you say?
The real Elliot Ness was a glory hound, man.
And apparently, Sean Connery had a big impact on people that worked on that film with him because they were really kind of shocked that he didn't do read-throughs. He would go off behind the set by himself and rehearse his scenes. Mm-hmm. And what they noticed that when he would do this is how each time he tried to slightly alter the delivery until it felt just right. And then when he would do the scene, it was exactly the way he figured it out in his private rehearsals by himself. And so, as I read, some actors went off and learned to do that.
Yeah.
Rather than relying on table reads and shit like that, but to instead just go over their lines by themselves during breaks on the movie set, and then go in there fully prepared.
That blood oath scene in the pews at the church got him the Academy Award. You know that, right? I mean, God, it's awesome.
Yeah, shot with a split diopter.
The Chicago way.
The way they shot that scene, and that, by the way, was the scene that he was rehearsing when everybody saw him doing and heard him. He was back there rehearsing that scene until he got the line, the way he wanted to say it just right. Mm-hmm. But let me go back to what I was reading here. Christian Slater is Will Scarlet. We had no idea. Thanks, Gambit.
Thanks for pointing out the totally obvious, Mr. Spock. We appreciate it.
What? By the way, call him by his correct name. That's Jack Nicholson Jr.
Right, Jack Nicholson Jr.
When is the Robin of Sherwood review? Since the third season starred Jason Connery. I've still never watched that one, but I heard it was really good. Let's see. I am going to try to watch this new series, but I'm getting a bad feeling. Plus, when is Operation Kid Brother review happening, starring Neil Connery? I don't know what that is. Operation Kid Brother. I don't know what that is.
Let me look it up for you. Or is he trolling?
And yes, The Untouchables is more fanciful. Yeah, well, he kills fucking
Frank
Nitty.
Yeah, Frank
Nitty.
He
fucking kills Nitty in the movie. It's like, no, that guy fucking survived you. You know, well, the real guy.
Ness, the real Ness, yeah.
Nitty went on to run the mob for a bit after Capone was gone. I'll tell you what, though, the guy that played Frank, that's a scary looking dude.
Yes, he is.
Right.
Oh, that's a real show. It's from 1967, starring Nick Connery.
Yeah. Oh, wait, the Bond one. Okay, I know who it is and what it is. Yeah, a lot of people don't know that Sean Connery has a brother.
It looks just
but he has
like
a son,
Good
too.
Lord.
Jason Connery does not look like his dad. Jason went on to play Ian Fleming in a made-for-TV movie or series, I can't remember, over in Britain. And he also played Robin Hood in a TV series from the 80s, 90s.
Wow, he looks just like him, man.
So not only does he look like him, he's dead like him. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kim. The real life Frank Nitty died in 43, so the scene where he falls from the roof is unexpected. Yeah, that's where we need to add that line right as he throws him off from Dexter. Surprise, motherfucker!
Surprise, motherfucker! Did he sound anything like that?
Yeah, I love that. He says, your friend, he died like a stuck
Irish pig.
No.
Like
You're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. He squealed like a stuck Irish pig. He said it with that weird tempo. And it's what really sticks in my mind, the way he fucking said that. It wasn't that he said that, it's the way he said it that made Costner kill him. Because he said it without respect.
There's the address. I know it's for scene, but it's I've seen it before in another show too. I'm gonna look this up. What Matchstick book where he realizes that Nettie is the guy that killed him.
Yeah,
I've seen that in another show. Let me look this up. Let me find it. Scene address. Untouchables.
Oh yeah, but I've seen those. They're funny. I showed those to Anima. Those videos where the guy says, "Surprise, mother suckers! Eat my fries, mother suckers! All rise, mother suckers! Galvanize, mother suckers! Throw a dice, mother suckers!" I love that video. That black dude. Yeah, it was funny as shit.
Ooh, you're quite a Bulgarian.
It's true. Does anyone remember a Scallywag Bunch? It was a 1971 Italian Robin Hood film dubbed into English and shown on HBO back. I don't remember that. I do remember that the Rat Pack made a movie about Robin Hood. Hey, Parrot. What's up, buddy?
Hey, Parrot Head.
I need to look
Does that
up.
count like a breach?
Sure. Rat Pack.
Okay, for you, Parrot Head, some video that we haven't played in a long time.
Open your back door, baby. Loosen your hinges, I'll show you my key.
That's one, man. I love that one. It's awesome.
All right, I found it. Here we go. Share screen. I thought there was a Rat Pack movie about Robin Hood. I remember it as a kid.
No, Parrot Head. This is not Christian Slater's best film. Undiscovered Country is his best film.
Yes.
Robin Hood and the Seven Hoods.
Undiscovered Country is Christian Slater's best film. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. He's in. He's in.
I know he's in it. I know. Yeah.
What are you talking about?
They're talking about
Parrot Head says this is
best film. He said this is his best film, and Martin disagreed and said it was The Undiscovered Country.
I disagree with both of you. The movie was called Name of the Rose.
I like Broken Arrow.
I remember that for this movie, he got a Razzie nomination, so no, it was not his best film.
By the way, that address in the Untouchable 1634 Racine is also it's referencing other pop culture works, including The Walking Dead, as one of the characters' last known addresses.
Look at Sander here. He's getting passive aggressive.
Is he having a stroke? Are you okay, Sander?
No, he's asking for Bakalakadaka Street.
Yeah, he's struggling through it. That's what he's doing.
Yeah.
Hey, now here's the way you should have played this one, Sander. Remember, he was trapped somewhere in the Middle East. So what was the address for the dungeon that Ron was in? Yeah, it's a pretty good film. It's so weird that Sinatra agreed to be in that film. after his implosion over John F. Kennedy skipping his house and going to stay with Bing Crosby. Like, he fucking hated Bing for a bit after that. Well, I don't know if Connery's character was a virgin, but I will tell you that at the time when he made that movie, Christian Slater was. And it made him very uncomfortable doing the scenes with her. Although it's not like he didn't like it, but he definitely was very uncomfortable. I remember an interview talking about it with him.
I have a message for Tim. Tim, you're asking for two specific videos. But I have to tell you this.
We don't do that here.
It's hard for me to believe that Harry Handjob would have a
what?
About that was his character's name. Tell him, Gary. Harry Handjob.
Oh,
you guys don't remember this? Oh, come on!
I don't know what we're
Christian
talking
Slater's
about.
signature movie when he was young. Come on, where he's running the pirate radio station.
Oh, that one. I only saw that like one time.
Pump up the volume. It's great, man.
Pump up the volume.
That's his character. That's his character's name on the radio. Yeah, it's Harry Handjob.
Okay,
that's his
I need them to do this.
I've got 5 terrorists going southeast on Bakalakadaka Street.
There you go, Sandra. That's where you do it. Master Robin, you lost your arms, but you grew some lovely breasts.
Peace. Well,
yeah, that's his character's name on the radio, on the pirate radio station he's running. He's a high school student running a pirate radio station.
You know who was really good in that film too? Name of the Rose. Oddly, I really thought Ron Perlman did a really good job, but F. Murray Abraham was fucking good.
That guy's good in everything. Good Lord, yeah, he's awesome.
I got pissed when they fucking
picking stage names.
They Me Too'd him. I'm talking where he got Me Too'd off of the TV show about making the video game. He was great in that show. And he got Me Too'd, and next thing you know, they fucking fired him and killed his character.
Wow.
He got wronged.
Do you think Timothy Busfield's getting Me Too'd?
Timothy Busfield. With that situation, there were other complaints previously about him going all the way back into the 90s.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know what to make of that.
Unlike these guys, he has come out and said that this is all false, and he's looking forward to defending himself. So we'll see. You know, he said, she said right now.
Well, you have situations like that, and you have situations like Steven Seagal, where it's like, yeah, he basically just admits it.
Yeah, I mean, at some point when there's that much smoke, there's got to be a fire somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Mythic Quest was the series that he got fired off of, F. Murray Abraham. And I stopped watching it when he got fired. F. Murray Abraham was let go from Mythic Quest in April of 22 following allegations of sexual misconduct on set, according to reports from Rolling Stone. And they had a lot of fucking alphabet people working on that show. And I just suspect somebody misunderstood something.
Yep.
Next complaint, Abraham was warned and told to keep away from some of the show's actresses. Second incident, subsequent allegation was reported to creator and star Rob McElhenney, leading to his departure from the series. Not McElhenney's, but F. Murray. And Abraham did have a response in a statement released in 20th of April 23. He issued a sincere and deepest felt apology saying, "Though never my intention to offend anyone, I told jokes, nothing more. That upset some of the colleagues, and as a result, you see, that's what happened. They don't have a fucking sense of humor, these alphabet people." And he wasn't hitting on anybody, wasn't acting inappropriate with anybody. He told jokes. It's the same shit that happened on the Goldbergs with the guy that played the dad. And it's like, fuck those people.
How dare we have fun today? These times are over.
F motherfucking Abraham. Oh, yeah, and Scarface 83. Man, he can frighten my... Look, man, he is just one of those fucking actors.
Yeah.
I loved it in Last Action Hero that the kid knew he was the villain because he says, that's the guy that played Salieri.
He killed Mozart.
Amadeus. Yeah,
he killed Amadeus, yeah.
No, he killed Mozart. Is it Mozart?
Too funny, man. God, that's funny.
Well, as I've said for years, Alpha, Ron Perlman was the guy voted in his high school yearbook most likely to never have to wear prosthetic makeup to play a caveman or monster. I'm a mean person, man.
Also, apparently, he plays a very good lunatic on Twitter.
Oh, I've seen some of those posts. They were pretty crazy. Please, Gary, I'm not from Hollywood. I'm not going to fuck your mouth. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm not going to fuck your mouth. The time is extremely valuable. Then after he gets in the car, he goes, all right, now, suck my dick. I'm like, oh, my God. I'm just kidding. F. Murray Abraham killed Mozart. Yeah. Or like when Bill Murray's movie got canceled. Oh, yeah. Fuck these precious, emotional fucking losers. You know, they didn't hurt Bill Murray. Bill Murray's going to keep being Bill Murray. They killed their own fucking jobs. They killed the movie, and they killed their chance for advancement from it. So fuck them.
Right? It's like you had an opportunity to be in a movie with Bill Murray, which will make you connections, even if you don't like the man.
I really do like a lot of the action scenes in this, and he did a lot of his own stunts in this movie.
I will give him credit for that. He did a lot of his own.
Fucking running over top of the horse to get onto another horse. That's a hell of a stunt, man.
Yep.
You know where he had
He's very comfortable with horses.
Anything involving a living animal, like that's an incredibly dangerous stunt because you don't know what that animal's going to do.
Yep.
The naked ass that we see when he's taking a bath because she told him to, that was not him. I bet that disappointed a lot of fans.
The scene of Robin shooting an arrow at the man who's about to chop.
Guys, I'll be back.
Okay.
You can't go. All the plants are going to die.
My favorite arrow stunt that he does in the movie is when he, with his teeth, he pulls one of the feather guides off the arrow so he can fire two arrows together and hit the two guys riding on horses. I fucking love that. I don't know if you could fucking do that, but that was fucking cool.
And that's one of those scenes of like movie magic where it doesn't matter whether that scene's realistic or not. It's just awesome.
Yeah, I like that one. Were you born an asshole or did you work at becoming one your whole life? By the way, speaking of that, the actor from Johnny Dangerously died day before yesterday. The one who said farging corksuckers.
Oh, the big gangster? The Fargan ice holes guy?
Yeah, ice holes. He fucking died day before yesterday.
A shame.
Well, he's like a dog. That's how he identifies people. Thank you, Pope, for being the one to get it.
It's funny how I'm usually that one.
Yeah, you often are one of the few people that fucking gets my joke.
The rest of us suck.
It's either that or I'm just as horrible as Gary is, one or the other.
From your mouth to God's ears. Yeah, the Fargan sneaky bastages. I fucking love that guy.
Fargan ice holes.
He was one of the best parts of that movie. I'm trying to remember this one line. Oh man. It's done by Mary Lou Henner. It's oh, I remember now. It's she says, "Did you know that your last name is an adverb?" That was it. Johnny Dangerously. Yeah, and like Anima brought up earlier, Rickman turned this role down twice. And it wasn't until the director and producers agreed to give him full creative control over his character that he agreed to finally do the show.
And I'm glad he did.
He's like the one thing saving it.
No, I wouldn't go that far, but I really like it when he plays villains. He's so good at that. Only this end fight annoyed the shit out of me. Because she's just getting in the way, getting way too close to those swords and constantly
yelling
his name. Like, dude, do you think distracting him is helping in any way? Shut up. Man, that was so annoying.
It's so true, Alpha. So many people's names came from their jobs. Like I brought up earlier, Marshall, the name Smith, and Fletcher comes from that, the people who would make the arrows.
Well, and, anyone who was
growing up in Virginia, when I grew up in Virginia, I had a friend that I told that to, and then I said to him, "So what's up with your last name?" And his name is Hancock. That's a true story. Robert Hancock is his name. A friend of mine since fourth grade, and I did ask him that one day in high school. What's up with your name?
Meanwhile, Bruce Dickinson from Iron Man just sitting there like, I don't like this game.
Yeah. Some people got fucked over. The Jews, on the other hand, because they were mostly working with money, they could pick their names. Also, they were rich enough to buy them. One of the good things in that end fight is though when the friar helps the corrupt bishop packing and then sends him out the window. That was good. That was very good.
Well, just to let you know, Alpha, we've talked about this ad nauseum that the British don't know how to say words sometimes. And I don't have a problem, though, with them saying advertisement. I really don't. Yes, we say advertisement here. But I'm okay with that one. I have problems with other words they fuck up.
Like aluminum.
Whereas, yeah. There are other ones too.
Pretty much the rest of the world that says aluminium, but okay.
Now here is
the rest of the world is wrong.
It up. Yeah. So I have tried to figure out if that is actually chainmail or not, because it doesn't look like it's weighs very much when he moves his head around.
It's probably either plastic or very light aluminum made to look like ringmail.
He is wearing a coif with it, but I don't know if that's real chainmail. It sure looks like it, but it doesn't move like it.
Yeah, it could be something that's made to look like it, but it really isn't underneath.
I can tell you, it's not like some that get that pressed wool knitting.
Yeah,
where they try to make it look like it and paint it and shit. But that doesn't look like fabric. It just doesn't move like metal. So I don't know.
It blew people away in the theater, though.
When Sean Connery came out, they I know. I was getting ready to say that people lost their shit when he showed up. The audience actually cheered, and then it got ruined because then it goes into this song with Bryan Adams,
right?
Which I actually like. I like that song, but yeah, I can see
would
like it because I don't like Bryan Adams' music. Period.
Yeah, because
I like the lyrics in that one though. I do like it.
I joke a lot about being gay, but man, you really strike me funny sometimes, Joe.
Well, hey,
I like that Bryan Adams, man.
I don't like Bryan Adams. I like that song.
Remember that time back in the car in a '69?
Oh, good Lord, no.
Bryan Adams.
No, and it does not cut like a knife either. Ugh.
God, yeah, I just don't like him. Yeah. And I did say that, by the way. Pope, were you here when I talked about that earlier or no? When I was in the Army and I told our captain, I said, can we run this up the line to maybe declare war on Canada and force them to take Bryan Adams back? Is that possible? Is that something we can do? I think we should. He does demoralize a lot of us. Hey, D-Bud's here. What's up, brother?
I agree with Trey Parker and Matt Stone that we should go to war with Canada over Anne Murray.
Blame Canada. Blame. So
give over the hostages pronto, or we'll level Toronto.
And then what does Canada do? They bomb us and they kill the Baldwin family.
Yes. Yes.
Except for Superior Baldwin.
Right.
He's still alive. Because he's not really a Baldwin.
No, he's not one of that clan, but he's great, dude. Love him.
Yeah, right. And right before he does, he goes, I know you won't believe this, but this will be a thing in the future. This, what's up on screen right now. Shouldn't Morgan Freeman have blown himself up when Bryan Adams sings Everything I Do?
Yeah. God, I hated that song. Yeah.
It is a sweet song for me anyway.
Yeah, some people like it. I just never have been a fan of Bryan Adams, though. God, no.
I did not like him. I didn't like his voice. There was something about him that just annoyed me. And fuck, man, you know, it's not like I don't like songs in that vein. It's just I really hated him and his songs. I just hated his songs and the way he performed them. I hated his voice. I hated his fucking face. Him and his.
Tell us how you really feel, Gary.
According to Grok, no, it's not steel chainmail. See, I didn't think it was metal. It looked weird. It moved funky. Didn't move like fabric. It moved more like something lightweight plastic or something. I've worn a lot of armor doing, stage productions as well as being in SCA, the Society for Creative Anachronisms. And I wore a lot of fucking armor. And God, man, that shit's fucking heavy after an hour.
That's why I love Excalibur, man. That movie right there showed wearing armor what it's like. I mean, they just were encumbered.
Which one was it?
Excalibur.
Oh, I liked Excalibur. Yeah.
Well,
even though it's an anachronism too, because they're showing stuff that would have taken place around, 10,000 AD, and they're wearing 15th and 16th century armor.
Right.
Go ahead.
But what I like about
armor
it was
that didn't come around until the 15th and 16th.
And I will say, having worn ringmail, like an actual ringmail shirt, it's not that bad. Once you get used to it, obviously the first time you wear it, it's going to wear you out pretty quickly. But once you get used to wearing it, it's not bad.
I was going to say, once you figure out that you have to wear something underneath it, if you have body hair, then you're fine.
Oh, you have to. I made a mistake the first time I put on the hood, and I didn't have a coiffon underneath. And I went to, and I had long hair, and I went, oh shit, someone's gonna have to help. And they had to work their hands underneath it to help get it off of me. And I went, okay, I'm not gonna make that mistake again. And somewhere I've got a picture of me in that armor. Let me go see if I can find it. I think it's somewhere in my hard drive.
Yeah, this is a good movie. Alan Rickman made it all for me, man. The interactions between him and his cousin are too funny.
Yeah, I mean, he did a good job with it. Costner wasn't terrible.
No English accent, though.
No,
they
didn't even try.
He tried. Well, he did try, and it did not sound good.
I would love if there was like actual English actors on set with him, and when he tried that, just no, just don't do the accent at all.
Just be American. Don't worry about it.
It's like there's workable, and then there's that.
Oh, Parrot Head says I need help. What have you got in there with screenshots, Parrot? Porn pics? Why a spoon, cousin? Why not the?
Because it'll hurt more.
Because it's dull and it'll hurt more.
Oh man!
I think it
lost Alan Rickman way too soon, man.
Yeah.
Damn. He's been a part of so many great movies. I think my favorite, well, of course, he's awesome in Die Hard, but I think my favorite movie I've ever seen him in is Dogma, man.
Yeah, he did great in that.
He's awesome in that movie.
The depressed Metatron.
Yes. The voice of God. Oh,
he
he's too funny.
like
depressed you're talking about, the depressed robot, from
Marvin.
What the fuck?
Yeah, Marvin the depressed robot.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Yeah,
Marvin the paranoid android.
Yep.
Oh.
I like him in that movie, but I hate that movie.
I don't think they'd ever get that right, man. That's just tough to put in film form, I would think.
Yeah. Well, they did a series which is pretty good.
Yeah. I have the books, the series, the radio show, and I have to have that movie because, I have to.
You're a completionist. Got to have it,
yeah.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, it's like I've got Superman 4, The Quest for Peace. Yes, I do. I've got it.
How many times have you not seen it?
It's collecting dust on the shelf, but I have it.
Say, how much more dust does that have on it than the rest of that collection?
Found it.
Yeah, it's like my copy of episode 7. Well, it's there.
It's like my copy of the third Matrix movie. Like, it exists. It's on the shelf there. It hasn't.
You don't like the third one?
No.
It's not Scottish. Let me tell you that.
Right. Not Scottish is crap. It's the worst one of the bunch, but I thought the Defense of the Dock was cool as shit.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there are scenes in it that are awesome, but overall, I'm not a fan.
But yeah, the way it ended and everything was kind of dumb, but
they should have stopped with the first one.
Yes.
They shouldn't have made sequels to it. But the sequels have the highway scene in the second one is awesome.
Yeah, it's the only redeeming quality of the second
it's the only redeeming
the
thing. And the
is
Defense of the Dock in the third one is really
the funny part is the best out of the ancillary stuff to the Matrix is not even done by the Wachowskis. It's the Animatrix.
Yeah,
dude, that's got some cool shit in it.
Oh yeah,
I really like that one story of how the guy that opens the gate in the Defense of the Dock, the one that he saved, what was he, a skateboarder or something? That story was pretty cool.
Yeah,
I like that one.
Now, my question is, who in their right mind made combat mechs with open cockpits?
Yeah, that doesn't make much
fuck?
sense, right? No,
Right.
no guard there. Yeah, I think they were influenced by the exoskeleton in Aliens.
Yeah.
Is what it was.
Especially
that's
when
exactly what they look like.
Especially when your enemy is known to have really sharp pinchers and likes to grab people out of things.
Yeah.
Like, you might think that might be a little important.
Yeah. Just looking at Gambit. Fuck me, he cleared it. Yeah. I always thought that Christian Slater was going to have a bigger career than he did.
Yeah.
I really did.
I think he did too.
Yeah.
God damn it. Oh, he was expecting that you weren't to tell us the reason why he didn't.
Yeah. I've always wondered that. I mean, you see him pop up in a TV show here and there, but he's just...
Yeah, he has had some weird up and down career. He made
Yeah.
a lot of bad choices.
I don't think it's a case of addiction or anything like that, though. At least I've never heard anything like that. I mean, he's been in some really good stuff, man. True Romance is a fun movie, man. It's really cool.
That's me wearing real full all the way down to my thighs body armor, chainmail, and the coif piece.
That's got to be heavy.
You get used to it, like he said. But the first time I put it on, man, after an hour, I was like, holy shit, man. And I had to wear a long sleeve t-shirt underneath because I have body hair.
Yeah, that I'm sure that would rip you up if you didn't wear something like that underneath it. Damn.
And that was a fun stage production. They eventually put on, this was taken before my costume was finished. So I had the 3 rampant lions.
Imagine putting plate on top of that, bro.
Yeah, I've done that too.
Ugh. A ton.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, it means you're eye candy for Anima.
Oh, yeah, Anima. Anima doesn't think I'm sexy.
For all females, you're being a thirst trap, man. Yeah. That's it. Your eye candy.
Sir Gert of rear entry. Good one, Reed.
My nickname as a squire was Sir Backdoor.
Squire, that is not what we meant by rearing that horse.
Like, what are you doing? Horse seems to like it.
Oh, man. Intense.
Remember the joke of get a camel and get to town on it?
Yeah. If you want to be like the guys, just get a camel and go to town. So when the sergeant shows up in the first lieutenant's tent, he walks in and sees him standing on top of a small step ladder, fucking the shit out of a back end of a camel. And he goes, "No, sir. I mean, get on the camel and ride into town." Yeah. And I do like the shot in the film where he fires the arrow didn't need to be on fire. He just added that for insult.
Yeah.
When he shot the guy.
Gambit? What the hell? You leave Tony alone.
Well, Rayner was, yeah. I don't know about Isherwood. And I've heard rumors about Curtis before, but I don't know if they're true. I don't know. We do know there's a lot been said about Marlon Brando. And in one of the books, his wife said that he had a relationship with, what is that writer's name? Buck Henry? No, but he worked in the same business as Buck Henry. I can't think of the guy's name. It was either Wally Cox or it was Buck Henry that Brando supposedly had a relationship with, according to his ex-wife, widow. Brando. I know that when I watch that movie where he's in the biker gang, goes up against Lee Marvin, and Lee Marvin knocks the shit out of Lee Marvin. Like, yeah, that would fucking happen in a world, right? And the name of the gang that Marvin was in was the Beatles, which was where the Beatles got their name from, the band, not the insect. And yeah, I think we're done. Wait, well, Christopher Isherwood was a British writer, and his life is depicted in the 72 musical that Bob Fosse did called Cabaret with Liza Minnelli. Yeah. Mike New York betrayed him. Interesting.
Well, I suppose we have to play this.
I'm so lonely, so lonely, so lonely inside real alone.
There you go.
Yay. Well, I guess it's time for me to do our little outro thing. So let me bring myself up here. There we go. And bring up the mirror. Yay, there's our magic mirror. Thank you, Martin. Thank you for giving me my magic mirror. So now I look out there and I see who all been in our chat. So let's see. I can see Gambit. I see Shirley Lavasseur, Snorty, Slasher Fred, Reed by nature, E. Clay Thomason, 11 Alpha. I see Penny. I see Sandra Hammerschlag. I see Vinkman's Girl. And of course, I see D. Bud Martin. I want to thank you all for being here today. And I also want to thank our panel featuring Joe's Atmosphere. And that, just so you know what his name means, it means that he's afraid of the atmosphere. And then Pope Metallicus and Martin and Anima.
Hey, kids here.
We finally have some color, not only in the movie, but in the audience today. Hi, Keith. What's it say? People behind the film are mainly Canadian who produced behind Tales from the Dark Side, Poltergeist, The Legacy, Space Rangers. Google the cast of this show. Are you talking about our show or the movie we talked about, Keith? Because none of us are Canadian. Except for maybe Pope, I suspect. He was a Canadian Marine.
Oh, why does that sound so wrong?
Yeah, every time they invade a beach, They say, sorry.
Speaking of that, did you know that Austria used to have a marine containing of 2 boats going on the Danube?
Really?
I thought my cousin was bullshitting me when he told me that. I was like, no, I'm serious, and one just sunk.
Damn.
I heard that there was one European country that had finally gotten a submarine, but it sank right after its launch when somebody left the screen door open.
Yeah.
Oh, Poland, never change.
So you want me to get behind the film? I don't think that's a good idea. David Cronenberg is Canadian, eh? Google cast the Space Rangers. You heard him, guys. Somebody Google it. Well, we're going to get the hell out of here. Thanks for showing up, Keith, at the end of the show. Deeply appreciate it. We're going to get the hell out of here. Everybody have a great Wednesday, middle of the week. It's hump day. Just remember, it's not a proper hump day until you take somebody alongside you and then hump the shit out of them. You can try to stop me, Martin. It'll never work. All right, guys, we're going to get the hell out of here. Everybody have a great Wednesday. We will see you again on Friday. Keith should be doing a show mañana, so you can stop in and say hello to him mañana. But you will see us again on Friday where we do another Kevin Costner film because this is his birthday celebration this week. So that's it. Hey, Sean Shank Redemption? No, Jokumsen. I'm trying to figure out if Sean Shank is a joke or if that's really your name. I need to know. Sean, are you making fun of Shawshank or is your name Sean Shank? I got to know. Yes. To which one?
We could just go with Sean because we don't have a Sean yet on this channel. And we like to
okay, Sean.
Sean it is. Welcome.
Well, it's a play on the movie and book. Okay, gotcha.
Okay, there you go.
And it's a good book, by the way. Actually, one of the few Stephen King things I really liked. So, yeah. All right, everybody have a great Wednesday. We will see you Friday. Bye, y'all.
Bye, everybody.
Hang loose, baby.
Y'all come back now, you hear?
Matt Damon.